What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost coming to you from inside my car. I'm sitting out here headed to my truck right now. But got my hair covered up because I need to get my hair done because it looks like sheep shit in murky water, and my damn edges is out of control right now. They all over the place. I got a little afro going on my edges. So I'm dropping this video today to speak on relationships and trucking. Today's topic is never put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to being in a relationship. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people tell me things and I listen to it. A lot of times I don't, sometimes I do. But it's all a part of growing up and learning. They always say, never allow somebody to do something for you or just do everything for you. So at the end of the day, they can't throw it up and be like, they did this or that for you. Well, the same rule applies for when you do something for somebody and you do everything for somebody, and then if it doesn't work out, you get stuck holding the bag and you get the, oh, well, that ain't my problem, that's your problem. Nobody asked you to do it. So one thing that I can give everybody advice on is, when it comes to being in a relationship, you got to make sure the person that you're with is equally yoked and can match your energy. Because I'm going to tell y'all like this. I had to learn the hard way and the expensive way of giving all your time and energy into building somebody up. And then when they get built up to a certain point to where they can stand on their own 2 feet, they basically leave you holding an expensive bag. And then they hit you with the, oh, well, that ain't my problem. It ain't my responsibility. That's yours. When in reality, they were there standing next to you while you were building and collecting all this debt. But then once the debt was accumulated and the shit didn't work out, you got stuck holding the bag and paying for that debt. So, the same rule applies for those that say never let a person do everything for you. Well, the same rules apply for never do everything for somebody, because at the end of the day, they can turn around and tell you, that ain't their problem, that's your problem. And now you stuck basically with the big ass tab and a big ass bill. And that's what I had to learn that the hard way. The first time, it's the second time I learned, but the first time wasn't really that bad because when we split, she took majority of the material things and majority of the bag and left me basically to start over. Well, I didn't mind starting over because I knew I could just build it all back. But the second go round, that one was crazy because I got left holding the bag, and it was a very expensive bag. And then the fact that I didn't have no money just made it even worse. Because then for me, I'm the type of man, I like to keep a low debt to income ratio. So when my income dropped and my debt was still there, and this was the debt of 2 people with one person, that shit sucked. So it was a hard pill that I had to swallow, and it was a huge lesson that I learned. And going forward, in my next relationships, like I told myself, the woman is going to be equally yoked with me. She's going to match my energy. She's going to come to the table with the same things that I come to the table with. So if I have my own place, she's going to have her own place. If I have my own car, she's going to have her own car. When it comes to having money, I'm going to have my money, she's going to have her money. She's going to have everything she needs to be established before she steps into my world and my realm. So then, when we become one, it's an equal, the energy is separate but equal. And then, we can work on mixing it together. But one thing I learned was, coming into a situation where one person is on a different level than the other sucks, because if it doesn't work out, somebody's getting the short end of the stick financially, in most cases. So, and then one thing else I learned is going into a relationship, you got to make sure your spouse or whoever you decide to be with is basically not jealous and envious of your current situation. Because it happens a lot, it happens all the time, where you get bless me, you get the spouse, or you get the other person starts to become envious of where you're at, just in the world. And that's not a good look. It's not good at all, because it just adds more strain and stress to the relationship. So you got to make sure. And that's one thing I learned too. It's like, it didn't matter how much reassurance and motivation I tried to push out there. It's just, it was still that jealousy, that envy. And I think a lot of that came from just maturity, because a mature woman wouldn't trip, but an immature woman would trip off of like petty things like that, like, oh, this person this person that. And it just isn't healthy for the relationship at all. It actually causes a lot of diversity and just will end in turmoil. So that's the best advice I can give when it comes to being in relationships, especially when you're a truck driver, when you're an owner op, you're making good money. You just gotta be easy with your spending. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, and then if it doesn't work out, you get stuck with a heavy ass basket and a whole lot of debt, and you gotta work it out. And if you don't manage your money right, it could end in bankruptcy. It could end in just terrible things. So that's the best advice I can give when it comes to dealing with people. That's male or female. You got female drivers out here that there's men out here that want a woman to take care of them. I've never been that type of man, never will be. I've always been the type to take care of a woman and bring something nice to the table. So that's just me. But it's your boy Ghost, and I'm about to sign out because I'm almost here at my truck. And yeah, love, peace, prosperity, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.